Hello, I'm Miss Samantha Mann. Welcome to my box of issues. Yes, right. Oops. Here we are. Good afternoon, everybody. So this week's dilemma reads as follows. I've recently been promoted above my colleagues, and I now have to manage the team that I have been part of for the last 3 years. Do you have any tips on how to manage these relationships going forwards? Well, there's quite a lot of managing going on, isn't there? I know it is jolly difficult managing a team. I mean, I know that, as well as anybody. And they come in, they have their different moods on different days. Some days they're really quite fractious, and on other days, they're jolly docile. And one just has to accept them as they are, I think. I mean, that's the first thing. Obviously, you're going from having been colleagues to being a manager, which is quite different from my situation. We were never colleagues. The people who work here at Box of Issues, that would have been jolly uncomfortable, I think, in itself. I'm not sure I would have wanted, but anyway, nothing, they're jolly nice, but just that I think it's interesting sometimes to separate the functions and so on. And if one's going to helm a ship, one does need to be in a position where one can see. One needs to be able to see the horizon. I think that's probably quite an effective metaphor. So I don't know. I think one needs to. You probably need to spend a little time just making it clear to them that the things have changed, and that you are now. I don't know, it's not fashionable to say it, but you are above them nowadays. And I know we're all supposed to be part of this classless society, but I think it's nonsense to pretend that, I think one can, what's the word I'm looking for, mitigate the effects of class and hierarchy and so on. But I do think it's a very useful way to I'm no Marxist, and I've never pretended to be. So, right, I don't know if that answers your question, but I can see that rocky days ahead. And I think the thing is, if you need to, if at any point you feel you need to change the personnel, I think that can be beneficial for all parties. Do visit the Facebook page. Look for Ms. Samantha Mann.